This video is brought to you by John Robson Guitar Tuition. If you enjoy the content, please consider supporting the channel by enrolling on a course, purchasing some guitar lessons or a t-shirt, or you can join my Patreon. Now, on with the show. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. Okay, it's Wednesday today, so it's a little bit of a lesson, and as you may know, what I'm doing at the moment is doing like a series of videos about playing blues lead guitar. Last week was the first one in the series, and we looked at, the basics of using a minor pentatonic over the 12-bar blues chord sequence, and what we're going to do today is expand that a little bit, the minor pentatonic. I just had a couple of notes in to get something that many guitar players are a little bit afraid of, a mode. Don't panic, it's really easy, as you shall now see. Okay, what we're going to do here is basically expand our old friend, the minor pentatonic. If we're doing a blues in the key of G, we'd probably be using G minor pentatonic. Like that, and all the other positions of it up and down the neck. Now, what we're going to do is basically borrow some notes from the underlying chords. For example, we're playing over a G7, a C7 and a D7. And the C7 chord contains this E note here. So let's find where else the E note occurs. Well, it's over here, basically. And let's add those E notes into our G minor pentatonic like this. And once we've done that, we can take a look what the D7 chord's got going on. There it is there, and you can see that the D7 chord contains an A note. Let's move that over to here. There it is. So now let's look at the G minor pentatonic with the added A notes. And then combine those with the E notes that we've added from the C7 chord. And you've now added an E note and an A note to your G minor pentatonic. This now gives us something called the G Dorian mode. And basically, if you take all 5 patterns of the G minor pentatonic that you can see here and add E's and A's in wherever you can find them, you get all 5 patterns of the G Dorian mode. And you can use that scale to your heart's content over the entire blues 12-bar chord sequence. It's going to work just as well as the minor pentatonic, and it's going to give you one or two other little things you can do. For instance, on this string here, we're going to have these 2 notes a semitone apart, and what I like to do is just put that in as a bend. Just adds a kind of a more subtle bluesy kind of vibe. And once you've got a mode, you can start doing all kinds of double stop things with it like this. Like that. I've done a lesson on hybrid picking before, which explains how to do that, so I'll probably link to that in the description below. But it just opens up a few more avenues, and coming up next you're going to hear me and see me playing a solo using the G Dorian mode. I do, however, drop a little bit of a clanger towards the end where I add in another note that we've not talked about yet. That's notated down in the tab, and I've sort of drawn your attention to that. But let's say that this solo that's coming up next is a 12-bar blues solo that is 99.9% G Dorian mode. Here it is. So there you go, nothing to be scared of at all really, is it? These modes are nothing more than just adding a couple of notes into a pentatonic, and we will be exploring more of them as this series of videos goes on. There is of course a full tab in both Guitar Pro and PDF formats up on my Patreon page. There's the address, link in the description, and you also get a jam track to play along with and those scale patterns that you saw in that little clip there, as well as getting that clip as well, so you can rewind it and watch it as many times as you want, and pause the video and see what I'm doing, all that kind of stuff. As I say, that's a special little thank you to all of my Patreon supporters. It's only $3 a month and you get all of these additional resources that go along with these YouTube videos, plus a couple of exclusive Patreon benefits as well. Thank you so much to everyone who's supporting me that way. It is truly appreciated. And that is pretty much it for today, folks. Hope you've enjoyed the video and found it useful and informative and maybe a little bit enlightening. And if that's the case, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already done so. But for now, I'll bid you all a good day and say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Don't forget the live stream on Friday, 5 PM UK time. But till then, look after yourselves, folks. Stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Bye for now.